Today, I want to talk about how to think through the first 3 months of leading your D group. I think there are two key things that you want to keep in mind consistently during these first 3 months that are really important. And they both start with T. And so the first thing that we want to think through as a leader is, how do we build trust? There's this quote that I love: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so you're having a group of people coming together. They may know each other through your community group. Some may have better relationships than not. But there's an aspect of building trust, creating community, because we want it to be an honest and safe place where people can really share how they're doing. And so you want to think through that as a leader, that the first 3 months, it's not just about getting through the content. It's not just about checking things off the box, but you want to be more intentional in that first 3 months in helping cultivate a sense of building trust. I have some just ideas here to help get you started. Ideas of what you can do in the first 3 months. You can have them over for dinner, take them out for coffee, some context outside of the D group meeting where they get to know you and you get to know them. You could have the whole group over, bonfire, etc. You can invite them into your home, into your life. Maybe your family's going out to the parklands or going for a hike, and you invite one or two of them over to go with you. That builds a sense of connection and trust. You can encourage them to connect with one another. All the pressure doesn't have to be on you to build a sense of connectedness and trust. One of the things you can do is assign them, hey, in the next month, I want each of you to get coffee with another member of your D group and just get to know them, get to know their story. Number 4 is share stories. Usually when I start a D group, every D group meeting for the first month or so, one person shares a longer version of their story. And that really gives an opportunity for the group to know them on a deeper level. And then the last practice here that you can think about is just model vulnerability. If you don't model the way in sharing what's good and bad in your life, if you're not honest, then you can't expect that out of the people in your D group. And that tends to withhold trust. So those are just some ideas for building trust. We want to encourage you to pray for trust, to pray for community within your D group. So that's the first T. The second T is truth. The first 3 months, we want to help them engage the Bible in a meaningful way, where they can commune with God, where they enjoy God is another way of saying that, in their heart, not just their head, and when they learn how to apply the Bible to their life. And so when you start book 1, lessons 3 and 4 are on Bible engagement. And you really want to set them up well by teaching them the PR3 method, how to study God's Word. One of the things I say about leading a D group is every D group after that, for the whole first book, I start the time off with, let's all share something that has challenged us or encouraging that us from our Bible reading these last few weeks. And so this is a big deal. We don't want to just we want to help them build a habit, right? We don't just want to tell them why they should read the Bible. We want to help encourage a healthy sense of accountability within the group. So we want to teach them the skill in lesson 3. We want to challenge them to do it for 2 weeks straight. Sometimes we can do it with them. We can reach out to a D group member and say, hey, let's meet up at a coffee shop and read through a passage of the Bible together using the PR3 method. I already mentioned this, but we can ask them each D group meeting about their reading time, what they've been reading and how it's been encouraging them. We can buy them a journal. I encourage D group leaders to buy. There's 99-cent journals at Target to help, that they can just bring to the D group and share readily about what they're learning. You can text your lessons that you've learned from your own reading to your group. Say, hey, I was really encouraged by this passage in Matthew I read this morning. So the first 3 months, I think those are the two most important things that you can focus on, is building trust and helping them grow in a habit of reading and enjoying and applying God's word.